What's up? Welcome to the Sap Shop. My name is Dylan. I'm going to show you how I made my first ever cutting board. Not a professional. This is my first ever cutting board. Partly because I'm poor and affording this kind of wood is kind of questionable. You know, unless it's Home Depot oak, which I mean, that shit's cheap and junk too. But here I got walnut and hard maple right here in the center. And it's my first time ever making a cutting board. I'm just going off of what I found on YouTube. I've watched millions of videos, probably just like you have, watched a bunch of videos, saw what you needed to do, and I put it through the test. And I mean, this is not going to be my last cutting board for sure. I think I'm in the cutting board business. I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to show you my mistakes because this is not perfect. I would not sell this just because of a couple mistakes I saw here. But I'm very excited to put this in my kitchen, show it to my friends, and be like, look what I fucking made! Anyways, let's get to it. Bam. Just like that, the poor guy that's doing woodworking out of his shed got some hardwood. Got some maple and some walnut to start building something. I laid it on a cutting board, obviously by the title of the intro, you know I'm making a cutting board. Probably because it's one of the easier things to make, and it's one of the things I've wanted to make for a long time. You know, I'm not going to really go over how to make it, but I'm going to show you what I did. Here, I found a cool, interesting piece, kind of live edge is on the side there. So I'm just cutting on my board to length, you know. I know I wanted it to be less than a foot wide because my planer only takes up to a foot, and I didn't feel like doing multiple pieces and then joining them together and all that stuff. So I cut it, and I'm designing this around the limitations of my tools. So my joiner can take up to a foot wide. Done. Here, I don't have a joiner, so I found this guy on YouTube. Shout out to Inspired Woodworking. Showed me how to make a joiner from my table saw, so I gave it a shot with just a piece of plywood and some clamps. You had to run it through a few times to get it good. This worked out pretty good. Definitely, I think if you're going to make cutting boards for a living or to sell at all, just buying a joiner isn't a bad idea. This works for my first time ever, and like, hey, don't go buy a cheap joiner for $200, you know, unless I really like doing this. You know, what if I hated making table saws? Jesus. What if I hated making cutting boards? Then I have a joiner that I don't use that much because, you know, how much joining do I do? But anyways, I'm going to definitely buy me one. Here, I'm just getting my clamps out and stuff. You know, the old glue up. But, you know, get so focused in my own mind. I'm an idiot, and bam, right there, there's a mistake. Why did I put glue on that end piece? You know why? Because I'm stupid. But God knew if he made me able to read and write, I'd be unstoppable. So he made me a little stupid. And here we are. You're watching me, so what does that make you? But I don't have one of those fancy little rollers or whatever they are. Just use my thumb and smear the jelly. I'm just going to make this thing pretty cool. Making a freaking mess. Just an absolute mess. But what are you going to do? You know, this is part of the process. Got a little messy. Make sure this thing is square and not wonky. So I got my my speed square out there and just kind of making sure these things don't bow up before I toss on the big clamps on top. So this is, I mean, it's a fun process, that's for sure. It takes a little bit of time, though. I mean, if you're going to pump out a bunch of these and you have like 40 freaking clamps, just... So I got to the part where we're gluing it up and made a huge mess. Not a huge deal. I got to wipe a bunch of this stuff up. It's already starting to dry. So I wanted to do more maple. But maple is super freaking hard, and my little table saw was not liking it. I think I need a new blade. But it was like burning the wood, so I ended up doing more walnut than I thought I would, because walnut is a less hard wood. I didn't really know that because I'm poor and I haven't really messed with walnut and maple before. So with this being my first kind of go at it, I think like the most exotic wood I've messed with was like oak. White oak from the home department store. The finest of consumer goods. Oh, man. Oh, there's so much glue. Come on, come on. It's like a booger. Gotta flick it off. So, but I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and then I'm gonna run this thing through the planer, and I want to make some gussets on the sides to hold it. But this is my first ever cutting board, and I'm pretty excited. I thought I was gonna make it a little bit bigger, but I decided to keep it small enough to where I could just pass one chunk of wood through my planer instead of having to plane two separate pieces and put it together. I decided my planer can take up to a foot of material through it. So this is 11 3/4. It's perfect. So, all right, well, we'll be back once this shit dries. And we're back to the voiceover. You always have to have like a little bit of a clip. You can't just be all voiceover. You know, you got to have a clip of me talking, seeing me in person, so you don't know. You know, this ain't AI, you know. Somebody could have made a really good AI version of me that sounds a little stupid and builds stuff. But anyways, here's me lugging out my planer I've used for now the 4th time ever. And I've owned it for probably about 6 years. Shout out to Marketplace. But before I can run through there, I got to get all this glue off here. The paint from the clamps turned like black right there, so that black stuff is just bunched up glue with paint from my pipe clamps. So, you know, learn something new every day. This tight bond glue from Home Depot is sticking paint up my steel clamps, you know, whatever. Might be a little concerning, but after what felt like an eternity of running this through here, I finally got a side flat and beautiful. Cut these things to length, make it all pretty. I was going to do it through my table saw, but miter saw is easier. So here it is. This is all nice and planed and sanded. And here is my boo-boo. Bam. Right there. Yeah, fuck that board. I don't know what happened. Maybe the joining wasn't great. So, but it is what it is. This is for me to keep. Forgot to plug this thing in. So, you know, I've set up to sand and then couldn't sand because it wasn't plugged in. So I think this is the most important part. So I didn't really speed it up too much here. Is raising the grain. Some guys do this like 3 or 4 times. Sometimes with water. Sometimes with some kind of oil. I guess it's a preference thing, or maybe it depends on the kind of wood you're using. I gotta look more into it. So I don't know if you ever bought a cheap cutting board that's wood, taking it home, used it, and it's like, this thing's great, and then you wash it one time, and then it feels like sandpaper. There's some glue I didn't get off because I'm an idiot, but it's all right, and the bottom's not finished for time purposes. But here, look, it's like little hairs sticking up. It's called raising the grain, and you're gonna want to do this probably twice. I did it one time. You're going to raise the grain, get it damp, either a spray bottle or a damp rag. Just make sure the wood looks a little wet. You don't want to soak it. And then once it's fully dry, you're going to give it a really good sand. Yes, the board is wobbling because the bottom's not finished. I'm going to finish it probably tonight after I'm done editing this. But for time purposes on this video, do I really need to show you me finishing the bottom? Not really. But here it is, all nice and sanded. Love that grain pattern. So nice. I'm using tried and true, food safe. I love this stuff. I put it on everything. I got a little crazy right here. Absolutely crazy. And way too much. Just wasted probably like... this stuff's not cheap. This little quart here was like $60. So I'm trying to get that stuff back in there. But I'm just going to wipe away all the excess. Don't want to leave any residue behind. Just wipe it away and the board will take what it wants to. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I got some more stuff going on. I've got some hardwood. So I'm going to be building all the stuff I've wanted to make with this hardwood. I'm making a mallet my next video. That'll be up here by this weekend. So say bye-bye, cutting board. Thanks for watching.